Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to Hollywood Toys, the only place where you can live the movies. I am your host, Magic Mike, and welcome to my channel, where I do travel and entertainment vlogs, covering theme parks, comic and horror cons, movies, celebrities, action figures, video games, and so much more. And I also have some pretty cool movie and action figure merch as well. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any future videos or new product releases. And now, it's magic time. Well, hello, my children, and welcome back to Hollywood Toys, the only place where you can live the movies. I am your host, Magic Mike, and welcome back to the channel, my good people. Yes, here it is. It is indeed magic time. So here we are, and welcome back, all of my friends, Fangirl Kate, Jucifer, Mama Bear, Juicy Fur, Strong Bear, Genitalia, Tokyo Lloyd, and Exhumed Visions, and Yakov Petrovich, and Elizabeth, and everybody's here. And thanks for already lighting up that chat, folks. You are awesome. All right. And so, today is the day for part 2 of cutting it up, with cutting up some paper rolls. We left off on cutting and getting through 2 rolls. We have 8 rolls left, so it's going to be a heck of a night, or at least until we get up until 9 o'clock, so we can see our King Lantern take over and take the helm. Oh yeah. So, alright, like it up, folks. Hi, Kate. Hi, Mommy. Dave, Strong Bear Dave. Yo, Genitalia. Yeah. Hi, Jucifer. Where is my big brother James, Mommy? Yeah, that's what we all want to know. Hey, Kate, smash that like button. Show love to Mike. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness, says Tokes. And Mama Bear says, hi, Jen. Heck yeah. LFG. Hi, Tina. Hi, Dave. Hey, Jucifer. Everybody's just showing each other much love here, and that's what we love to see. Oh yeah. Interact with each other and interact with me. Your boy, Magic Mike, and the Heezy, taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Fangirl Kate says, badass intro. Thank you very, very much. I like it myself. Hey, Visions. This intro gets me hyped. Oh, I appreciate that. That's what I'm hoping for. They get me hyped, I must say, Mr. Yagoff. Hey, Dave. Hey, Yagoff. And Fangirl says, this is cinematic. Well, that's my goal in any video that I make. Wherever I can, I want to try to make them as theatrical and cinematic as I can. And I'm working on a whole bunch of more intros like that. So hopefully they'll just get better and better. Gibbs me Bowner. Okay. The community is here for you, Hollywood Toys. Thank you, Juicy. And James said hi, Jucifer. And tell James Magic Mike said hi. And Fangirl says, wow, the drama. Yeah. Elizabeth, howdy. Howdy, Mike. Howdy to you, too. All right. Awesome. Howdy, big brother James. I'm ready to live the movies. Oh, yeah. Now that was an opening. Thank you very much, Strong Bear. More like that to come. I'm obsessed with intros and outros. Adding automatic production value to all the videos, even though it's just a sit at home in the studio type of video. Bring on the movies, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! Movies, here we come. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Mama Bear, hi, Yakov. It's very Evangelion. Okay. Wow, what a great intro. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hi, Mike. Hi, Tina. Whoop-woo! It's magic time. It's magic time, y'all. Hey, y'all, Mike. Hey, my sweet Jen. How you doing today? And, hi, Kyoto. Hello, Tina. Everybody loves Tina up in here. How was dinner? Oh, man, I'm so full. It had a tuna sandwich with some cashews and celery with blue cheese. Isn't there something? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Let's see. Adam Bacchidi, what's up? Oh, yeah. Time to settle in for Night of Mike, Yakov, and Lantern. Oh, yeah. Toke says, it's backwards Thursday. I guess so. All right. The streaming masters. That's right. You all are certainly. I'm just the newbie, the beginner, the freshman here. So, D-Man says, you are awesome, Mike. Oh, thanks so much for the love. Oh, hi, Dave. Hi, Adam. Hi, Auntie Tina. Man, I don't think I've seen my chat, like, just off and popping, like, right off the bat. Man, this is incredible. It's incredible. Know what I'm saying? Hello, Alan Pacini. Haha, Tokes. And Genitalia with a heart and a monkey emoji. I love monkeys. The vibes are immaculate in this stream. You're telling me, Kate, and it's all thanks to you guys. Wow. Tokes, go Zera. How does it feel to be famous now, Hollywood Toys? Well, I have to get famous first, and once, if I'm lucky enough to make that happen, I will get back to you on that. Oh, yeah. Anybody else still feeling the high from last night? I am. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. Even though those likes got cut in half and the subscribers, but oh well. I'll take 54 likes, even though it was up to 100, almost 100 yesterday. But who knows? Maybe we will hit a 100 like type of day. All right. So, for sure, Adam. And hi, D-Man. Sorry I missed you. It's euphoric, Adam. Hi, Adam. Hope you're doing well. Whoop, whoop, Tina. I'm going to watch the new 28 Years Later after I get back from dinner. Sounds like a plan. Genitalia is hungry, too. Hey, Liz. Queen Tina. Hey, Adam. Hi, Liz. Sup, sup, sup. Tina. Tina, Tina. Incredible. Hey, Visions. And Yakov also says, incredible. Hey, D-Man, love the new squirrels. And LFG, Mike is setting the tone for a fantastic stream. People, lock in. Oh, you have no idea. Okay, Mike, if I still made Monk Block, would you be in? Would you would be in it for sure? All right. Like and subscribe, folks. Thanks to Mr. Dave Strongbear. Oh yeah. Last night we got so much action. Oh yeah. And as always with every stream, you can ask me anything, get me going, keep me going, do what you gotta do. All right, so we're gonna get to it, get these things cut, talk a little bit about life maybe. A little bit, perhaps. Oh yeah. So I did figure out where I put my back brace. Usually I have it in my closet over there, but yeah, it was in front of my face this whole time, sitting on my bed. So I'm gonna grab it and put it on right now. Oh yeah, mock block. Here we go. Strap in, folks. I'm strapping in right now. Thank you so much for all the love, and thanks for joining me today. This is really incredible. Who knew I could ever get to a point of actually enjoying this crap, of doing this tedious work of setting up all my stuff, but here we are. I never would have thought I would have seen a day like this. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got 12 watchers already, and we got 1 like. So if we can get at least up to 5 likes, I'll be super happy. What do you say? Just remember, folks, you can only like 1 time. So once you hit the like button, leave it alone. So that like will stay. So lock in. Lock and load on the likes. Wow. Scoliosis? No, just constant getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down. So just to help my back from getting sore. I know what you are saying. Oh yeah. Right, that's the 27th. All right, so here we are on to roll number 3. 8 left to go. So I see 10 likes. Get out of here. I stand corrected. Thank you for the 10 likes. I love you all. Thank you so much. All right. Like only once on all of your alts, y'all. That's right. What hurts on your back? Nothing. It's just like preventative whatever. But because of last night's epic 7-hour live stream, I didn't even think about it. But from sitting in this chair for 7 hours straight, that definitely made my back sore. So you guys hurt me, but you hurt me good. So good. Love it. That's right. But now I'll be prepared for next time, and perhaps, anticipating a bit of a longer live stream, we'll put on the old back brace and take it from there. Oh yeah. Juicy says, would you consider a corset instead of that back brace? Nah. This does the job just fine. Jen says, yeah, I can't sit long. All right. And now I just realized I threw away all the recycle bags, but oh well, we'll worry about this later. Thanks for the love, Yakov. Oh yeah. And I don't know if this is going to make things look worse or better, but I need a little bit more light so I can once again look at the rolls and see, make sure I cut off past the point where there's imperfections in the paper. Usually it's about this far down. Up, there's a dent. And, okay. Back at it again. Oh, yeah. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about gratitude. It's like one of the main forces at work to creating a happy and fulfilling life. And of course, my boy Tony Robbins talks a lot about it on his personal power programs and things like that. And we need a pen. To have an attitude of gratitude and focus on all the things that you have and be grateful for what you have and not focus on what you don't have. Because again, law of attraction, whatever you focus and put all of your energy to, that's what you're going to get. So if you focus all of your time and energy on hating, on being jealous, you're just going to get more of what you put out. But if you focus on what you have and be grateful for it, you're just going to attract more of what you already are grateful for and what you love. So one thing that I do, I start off every day waking up, again, doing the laughing out of bed to kind of set my brain up right for the day and help prevent or alleviate any potential anxiety, and then go through a list of all the things that I do have that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I'm awake another day, that I get another day of a chance to achieve my dreams and my goals. Grateful for my health. You know, it could be a lot worse. Grateful that I still have full use of my entire body and I'm not paralyzed. Or I don't have a debilitating disease like Parkinson's, like Michael J. Fox, or anything like that. Thankful for all the loved ones that I have that are still alive and happy and healthy. Because that's one of the greatest ways of getting rid of anxiety is fear, is focusing on the things that you have that you love that make you happy and that you're grateful for. Hey, Squeaker, isn't Tony Robbins that ice cream place? I think you're thinking of Baskin Robbins, right? Hey, Tina. Mike, what do you make out of the rolls? I use these rolls to print the action figure backdrops that I sell on my store and that are on my shelves. Jen says the reason Tony Robbins and Dave Ramsey are successful is because they just use Jesus' teachings in a modern means way for the world to accept it since it's from God. You're definitely right about Dave Ramsey, but everything I listen to when it comes to Tony Robbins, I've never heard or aware of any connection made directly to Jesus or God on Tony Robbins' end. As the great Eminem once said, screw Michael J. Fox because he shakes when he walks. Oh, that's awful. Oh. Come on, please. I got something on it. He won't make connection because people hate God. Who's he? Um. Okay, where did it go? I know I saw. I just wiped off a mark. Oh, there it is. Right there. Dang it. So there goes another. Okay, so we could still make it a 25-inch piece though. So not a total loss once again, but I don't know where the heck that came from. Oh well. Hey, got the King Cobra. I improve my quality of life by buying platform shoes. Hey, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry. So thanks for all the new subscribers, and as always, and the likes. Up to 12 likes, y'all, and 14 watchers. Thank you very, very much. Jen says, museum, do they have red bottoms? Oh. And I always say to also keep in mind, no matter how what problems you're going through or how bad it is at times, and it can be bad, there's always somebody that has it worse off than you and wishes to be in your shoes. Oh, okay. Vision says tequila. Is that what you're grateful for? Also nepotism. Oh yeah. Juicy says, I'm thankful for PrEP so I don't get HIV from risky behaviors. Very, very important. Oh yeah. And Jenny says, blue lips. Mm-hmm. Gothic. I got an amen from Gothic King Cobra. That's what I'm talking about, y'alls. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah. And I'm grateful for you guys, of course. Grateful for my channel and grateful for the great things still yet to come. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. I'm on roll number 3, and the 36 inchers are the ones that I need the most of because I completely ran out of this size sheet. Oh boy. Jen says she's thankful for the community, and we're thankful for you as well. Vision says, I was just thinking about Pee Wee dance in his cool shoes on the bar. Oh yeah. Museum, are you going to dress like Pee Wee? When are you streaming? And Tina says she'll be right back. No problem, Mama Tina. We ain't going anywhere for a little bit. We got about an hour and a half to kill. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for keeping me company and helping make this process for me more enjoyable. Fangirl Kate says, I'm grateful for fears even if having him means Larry is targeting me. Larry's still causing trouble. I haven't seen him in a while. You harassing people, Larry? If so, you need to stop. Not cool. What the heck? Oh, boy. That one. Okay, we just have to cut off an old section because there's some dents in there, which is weird. Okie dokie. Oh boy. Oh! Huh. Got the King Corvo says, that sounds like a lot of work, Jen. That means I'll have to get out of my latex suit. Oh, can we see pictures? Yakov says, Larry's always causing trouble. Cave Squeaker, that dastardly Larry. Larry is not even real. How so? Dun, 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 dun. So another thing that I'm going to be making videos to give specific examples of how you can use the movies as a tool for motivation or using it to overcome anxiety or a fear of something or a frustration of something. And it'll all make more sense by, when you see the actual video and showing an actual video example. But basically, we have more chatters. All right. How can Larry be real if your eyes aren't real? If whose eyes aren't real? Mike, I bet you would like to see Museum's chatterbait stuff. He's creative. I'm not familiar with what Chatterbait is. Most people in chat are bots, including me. Hey, bot! Nice to see you. Larry's just a figment of Mama Tate's imagination. Now there's a Mama Tate? Ugh! Hey, N4! Yo, we're back and locked in. That's right. Get this over there. Alright, thanks to the 15 watchers out there and the 12 likes. Love you all. We're getting it done right now. Oh, Vision says Museum will be your guide. Nothing wrong with a little guidance. Yeah, there we go. Chatterbait is to see naked folks and talk to them. So, talking to naked people? I figured if we're going to be naked, why are we talking? Cave Squeaker says the extended family Larry is sometimes referred to as the Taterverse. Wow. And Tina's back. Welcome back. Liz says Larry hasn't been the same since he was wicked from his senior living bowling league. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Usually I have the tables raised up so I don't have to keep sitting down, getting up, and all that. So let's do that, because then I'll be able to sail through these much quicker. Hopefully set this where it won't fall. Okay. Taterverse is for taters. Oh yeah. Yakov says, welcome back, Tona. We missed you. I assume you mean Tina. Mama and son taters. Ain't that nice? Alright. So, make this taller. Like I usually or normally do. Jen says, I think we found a new name. Oh yeah. Dun-da-da-dun. 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 Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-da-da-da-da-dun. Anyone know what movie that's from? Alright, now we'll really be able to rock and roll. Hey Joey! Live for your family, live for your family and make live streams. Heck yeah, thank you. Alright, now we can really rock this joint. Just have to roll this out of the way a bit. Now we can go. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Superman, no, but pretty close. Dun 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 dun. Na, 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 na. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I want him kneeling at my feet. Not Superboy, no. I must possess all, or I possess nothing. Find them. Um, Bad boy Bubby. What do you have on? Did you sell your organs? No, just a back brace. What are you gonna call your fans? I think either the Hollywood Toys Boys or the Magic Sticks. Man, you guys really come up with some good ones. I remember the Superboy episode with the Night Allen guy. I'll have to rewatch those. It's been a while. Zet Vision says that's a cool conceal carry belt. I won't tell anyone you're packing. Yes, someone is speaking to me. Yes. Sorceress! My lovely prisoner. My prisoner at last. I've won. Jen says, there are girls here too. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I revealing too much? Oh. I got much respect for the Hollywood ladies out there. Oh, yeah. Wow, we actually made it to the end of this roll with no issues. They are making the name with boys. Okay, yeah. Hollywood boys and girls. Or Hollywood girls and boys. Ladies should be first. Oh, dang it. Goth says, what do you do to improve female empowerment? That's hard for me to say, being that I'm not female. We're left with this. Okay. I wasn't allowed because I was a girl, Yak. There's a difference. Oh. That's the female fans. Always ladies first. Heck yeah, Elizabeth. All right. 3 rolls down, 7 to go. Oh, take a bit of a sit down break. Get some more 0-calorie Arizona tea, sweet tea in my body. Oh, oh yeah. What do we got? What do we got? Tell me. Another roll, because I'm on a roll. All right, we got 16 people in the Heezy. Came to the right you came to the right place today, folks. Maybe. Oh boy. Okay. Get this ripped off of here. Oh. So I have another special weird talent, although it's super easy. As I came up with a way to say the alphabet backwards. Z Y X W V U T S R Q P O N M L K J H D F E D C B A. That just randomly popped in my head. Okay. Oh. This is a tight squeeze, folks. Let's get it in there. Yeah. Yeah. Scratches, scratches, and down to no scratches. Okay. So, just an example of just because you work for yourself, that doesn't automatically reclude me from physical manual labor. There's just no escaping it, but I'd rather do it this way than any other way. All right. When are we going to get some gosh darn actual good movies that I want to go see to come out? It's all crap, 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 crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, crap. And I just literally. Okay, I'm going to have to uh, get a piece of cardboard real quick because now I need to prop this table so the roll doesn't roll off. Hopefully, that'll work just fine. Yakov says, wow, prayers for the girthy bean. Oh, yeah. Tina is watching MASH on TV. Heck yeah. Right. Here we go. Now we have a little bit of a bend at the end, so we're going to have to cut that section off. Tina, turn off MASH and watch Hollywood Toys. It's no problem. You can watch both at the same time. So at least you have something to watch during the commercials. Someone hasn't cooned? I have no idea. Dave's not going to like you watching Mike, Tina. Why? Dave watches me. What are you talking about? The Magic Mob is a cool name for your fans. Hey, if you know what, if you guys like a certain name enough, if you want, I can make it a shirt and I can add it to my store that has my logo and has the name. I mean, now that I think about it, these are pretty cool ideas. I can make one for the girls and for the boys. Make a Hollywood Toys girl version. Make a Hollywood Toys boys version. Although I don't consider myself nearly famous enough for anyone to want to buy merch that's just Hollywood Toys related. Maybe one day. I need another cardboard box. Still tilting. We the toy soldiers. We out here on the steefs. Oh yeah. Spectacular. Yeah, I think we're gonna do four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, three rolls at least of 36s. So I need to get another quick piece of cardboard. Again. This better work. I think I got the back brace on. That's really good, Cave. I like that a lot, says Tokes. Yak says 6-7. Tokes says Magic Mob, Toy Soldiers represent. And Dave said Tina can watch Mike. Thank you, Dave. And Liz wants to know, how was the pizza, Tina? Okie dokie. She hasn't made it yet. I really cannot wait for Saturday's weigh-in, folks. I think I will be most pleased with the results. But then again, I've been fooled before. I wouldn't be surprised if it's about the same or maybe like a half an ounce heavier still. But, progress, not perfection. The brace is slimming. Oh, you tell me about it. Yeah, that's what I want to look like without wearing this brace. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I almost thought that said the brace is sliming. Speaking of sliming and Slimer, what I find interesting is it seems like if people like one of these three movies, they tend to like all three. I think it's common for, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you also like Back to the Future and Ghostbusters. If you like, most people like all three of those movies, whereas I'm an exception to that rule. I was never a fan of Ghostbusters because I like movies that are more grounded in reality and you can like believe is real. But it's like I don't understand like the cartoon looking nature of the ghost. Like, do we really want to believe when we become a ghost? Now we become a cartoon caricature of a weird looking ghost. Um, like, what is it even Slimer? What was he before he was a ghost? Not a human, not an animal. He's just this weird thing, and a big giant walking marshmallow guy. Like it just goes way off the rails in terms of reality for me. So that's why I maybe as a kid I maybe kind of enjoyed it, but I almost kind of feel like it was almost made for kids, but yet it's not really made. It's one of those things. But yeah, so if anyone was ever wondering if or why I don't make Ghostbusters items, that would be why. All right. Got the King's Cobra says, "Do I have any tattoos?" Got that, and one here, and more to come for sure. Am I a bracist? Nah. Work it, Mike. Thanks, Elizabeth. There are plateau points during weight loss. Yeah, I know. Which is another thing I'm keeping in mind is not having too set of a routine. Not I'm eating this exact amount of calories per day. You got to shock the system. I know. Eat 1,200 one day, and then another day, but then switch it up by another day by maybe eating 1,800, and then another day where you're only eating 800. So I guess kind of what is working is the fact that it just depends on how I'm feeling. Is I don't have a set. I'm definitely committed to one meal a day or 2 meals a day. It just depends on how I feel. So some days I'll eat one meal a day, and if I'm hungry, I'll eat 2 meals a day. Sometimes three, and just so at least I'm being somewhat sporadic in a way. Um, he was a feast demon. Oh, Slimer was? Oh, for sure. Joey says, "Thank you. Someone had to say it about Ghostbusters." But the funny thing about that is there are exceptions to the rule. One example of a movie that goes way off the rails reality wise, but I can't help but love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Um, and I don't understand how it seems like more people tend to think the sequel is better than the original, but I don't see it that way. You can't help but fall in love with those two characters played by Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves. Such great chemistry, just two likable dudes. It's like the type of duo that you could watch them in any adventure and it's going to be great, despite all of the crazy time travel things that don't make sense and plot inconveniences. But it's just one of those movies that, for whatever reason, I could overlook those problems a lot easier. Not to mention all the great, fantastic music, especially a unifying one. Yeah. And dancing in the streets all night, all night, all night. Yes, in time, everything will be alright. It's alright, it's alright, yeah! It's like just so awesome. If you like Daisy's Destruction, you will like Ghostbusters. Um, I've I've heard of that. I can't remember what that is. What if Slimer is what your soul really looks like? Nah, that's still too far of a stretch. But then why aren't all the ghosts then that are in those movies that look all like Slimer? They don't. So, what are your tattoos? One is of a American bald eagle with a dagger going through it, and the other is a playing card of the King of Hearts. Oh, both Ghostbusters is cliche and overdone. Yeah. So, even the remake with the ladies, not that great. Ghostbusters sucks NGL. Oh. Trollbuster sounds like a positive thing to do. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. Okay. Where were we? All right. Hope you guys are having somewhat of a good time. Thanks for joining me while I go through this tedious process. All right. I think we finally fixed the table enough where the roll won't roll off the table. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And again, there's those movies that I grew up with as a kid that I, of course, definitely recognize that are bad movies, but I like them, like Supergirl, which is a notoriously bad movie, but if it wasn't for the wonderful Jerry Goldsmith, man, because that Supergirl score by Jerry Goldsmith. And here's another example of how you can use a movie to boost your morale, get the adrenaline flowing, especially while working out or even walking. I have my Supergirl soundtrack on full blast on my phone that I listen to with my headphones and just soar into a whole other world and be swept away in the wonderful, inspirational and motivational music of Jerry Goldsmith, probably my favorite movie score composer. And he can do it all, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you switched to live chat, y'all. Top chat doesn't show every comment, y'all. I'm sorry. Come on. There we go. The Romans summoned the feast demon with their decadent and deviant ways. Okay. Yeah, got asked, do I like the Blade movies? No, I haven't seen them. Joey asked, can you explain the first Matrix to me? I've never watched it. Oh. Oh boy. Is that going to be the topic of the night? Because that is an interesting one. Let's just say it can be a very confusing and complicated movie because I actually saw that in the theaters, and the very first time I watched it, I still was very confused and didn't understand exactly what was going on. And for those of you that have seen it and will know what I'm talking about. So, The Matrix is about this character named that goes by the alias Neo, and his real name is Thomas Anderson, played by Keanu Reeves. And so he's out there and he's searching for the question of what is the Matrix. And so he's a computer programmer and a computer hacker. So he's at his desk at home sleeping, and we see a search running, searching for this guy or this mysterious guy called Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne. And then the screen goes black, and there's green text at the top that says, "Wake up, Neo." And he has headphones on, listening to music, and what? What the hell? And wake up, Neo. And then it says the Matrix has you. And he's like trying to hit Control Alt Delete, and then the message pops up: follow the white rabbit. Smash, 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 and then someone's at the door. Who is it? It's Troy. And then when he looks back at the screen, it's black. And he's just like, yeah. So he goes to answer the door, and it's his friend Troy with a group of goth people all decked out, ready to go to the club. So Troy's like, you have what I need, and of course Neo is like, you have the money. So he gives him the money, he goes back into his apartment and he hands him a disc that's some kind of computer program. And so he says, "Oh, oh joy! You're my own personal Jesus and my own personal Jesus Christ." And Neo was like, "You get caught using that." Yeah, I know. This never existed. Um, and so the lady that Troy is with is like, or no, Troy's like, "What's wrong, man? You look a little whiter than usual." And Neo says, "It's my computer." You ever have one of those dreams where you're not sure if if you're awake or still dreaming? And Troy says, "Yeah, all the time. It's called mescaline. It's the only way to fly." Hey, look, man. It just looks like you just, need to unplug, get some R&R. What do you think, DuJour? Should we take him with us? And she puts her arm around Troy and she's all like, "Definitely." And Neo says, "No, I can't. I have work tomorrow." And she says, "It'll be fun. I promise." And then we zoom in and we see that she has a tattoo of the White Rabbit. So that sets him off, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, I'll go." Cue them going to the club, where we hear the wonderful remix of Rob Zombie's Dragula. All right, so where are we at? Let me catch up on the chat. Love Jerry Goldsmith. Heck yeah, another Jerry Goldsmith lover, Yak. All right. N4 says, "Wow." Jen says, "Matrix night. I'm gonna pop some corn." Okay. Yakov says, "I'm thinking extra butter." Oh yeah. D-Man, we need a list of movies you like and don't like. Okay, no problem on that. Rabbit, shout out, Exhumed Visions. And Queers Man 26 has made a cameo appearance. Yo! Alright. Sup, Magic Mike? Sup, Queers Man 26? Toke says, "Welcome to the desert. We're not sure which side started the war, but we do know that it was our side who scorched the sky." Oh, yeah, you're already way ahead of me. I don't even see the code anymore. Yeah. Vision says, "Do you have any thoughts on horses?" I love horses. So back at the club, Neo is just standing around waiting for whoever's supposed to meet him to, to find out why he's there. And so a dark-haired hottie dressed in all leather walks up to Neo and says, "I've been watching you, Neo. I know what you've been doing." So Neo is all like, "That was you on my computer. How did you do that?" She said, "Please just listen. We don't have a lot of time." And he finds out this person's name is Trinity. And Neo says, "The Trinity? Jesus, you cracked the DIB base and whatever." And then she's like, "What?" He's like, "Nothing. I just always thought you were a guy." And she's like, "Most guys do." And that's when he says, "That was you on my computer. How did you do that?" And she says, "We don't have much time. All I can tell you is that you don't have much time, and they're watching you, Neo." And he's like, "Who?" And she's like, "Please, just listen. I know the thing that has brought you here is it's the question that drives us." And he's like, "What is the Matrix?" And she says, "The answer will find you if you want it to." So then he wakes up late for work the next day and he gets reprimanded by his boss. He works at the software company where it's all, dressed in suits, and he's at his cubicle and he gets a FedEx package of a phone. Man, I'm getting way off track here. What the heck? Oh! Dang it. Okay. Oh boy. Mr. Lantern in the house! The DIB base. Hi, Lark, Lark, Lark. What's up? I like Rob Zombie's Monsters. I haven't seen that. Okay. Am I welcome to the desert or not? I don't even know. Yeah, welcome to the desert of the real. Um, Lark, Lark, Lark is in the house. What up, Lark boy? The DIB base. I don't know. I guess something. I don't even know what it is. Oh boy, here we go. Mr. Lantern is here. Look busy. Shout out to Jucifer, Mr. Visions, and the one and only D-Man. Follow the white rabbit, Mr. Lantern. Lantern, late 2 days in a row. Hope you called in. Tokes, do you think that... Mike, do you ever cry? Oh, heck yeah. Do you think that's air I'm breathing now? Lantern Boy was busy in Richie's boring stream, spamming. Howdy, Mike. Howdy, Mr. Lantern. Howdy, Tokes and D-Man. Hey, Chad. Howdy. Oh, hey there, Lampy. What? Lantern, you're gonna get fired for sure being late for watching Rich. I'll deal with that. Oh, hey there, Lampy. What? Lantern, you're gonna get fired. Okay. Yeah, so, Mr. Lantern, you have a problem with authority. You feel that somehow the rules don't apply to you. This is one of the most successful streams in the world. And that is because everybody here is an employee or part of a whole. So therefore, if a watcher here has a problem, then the stream has a problem. So either you choose to make it on time for these streams from from this day forth, or you can choose to find another stream. Do I make myself perfectly clear? Okay. So, Neo's in his cubicle and he gets sent this phone. And as soon as he opens it up, and Neo, do you know who this is? Morpheus? Yes. So Morpheus is calling to warn him that they're after him. Some men dressed in black. And he's like, "How do you get I forgot what he said. So he's like, "They're after you, Neo. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I suggest you get out of there." And he's like, "Who's watching me?" And Morpheus says, "Stand up and see for yourself. Do it slowly." Comes up and peeks over his cubicle, and he sees the men in black that are on their way to get him. And Neo's like, "Oh, and Morpheus is like, "Yes." And Morpheus said, I can guide you out of here, Neo, but you have to do exactly as I say. Go, move into the next cubicle, now. So he's guiding them all throughout the building out to the edge, and he has to make his way to the roof. But he has to go around a very sketchy corner and could lead to his death. So, Neo, to his best of his ability, just can't do it. So the agent there, as we know them to be, finally come and get Neo. That was a good Keanu. Oh, I wish I could do Keanu. Man, if I had a deeper voice, especially, yeah. Hey, Jenny Talia, listen up. All right. Stop trying to hit me and just hit me. Yep, yep. Toke's got all the lines. Might have it more memorized than me. And I've not seen Dark Day. Howdy, challenge complete. Sir, yes, sir. That's right, y'all. Richie might give you athlete's feet, Lantern. Vision says you look like an alive Steve Albini. I don't know who that is. Especially with that belt on. They put a horrible shrimp robot monster into his belly button. Yep, that's what we're getting to. It tracks him. So now they have Neo in the interrogation room where we meet Agent Smith and tosses down the file, and Neo's just sitting there like, what is all going on here? So enter Mr. Agent Smith sitting at the table across from him. As you can see, Mr. Anderson, we've had our eye on you for some time now. You are a program writer for a respectable software company. You pay your taxes, and you help the landlady take out your garbage. It seems you've been living two lives. One is in... The other life is in computers, where you go by the hacker alias Neo and are guilty of virtually every computer crime we have a law for. One of these lives has a future, and one does not. My colleagues think I'm wasting my time with you, but I believe you wish to do the right thing and offer your cooperation. And Neo's like, nah, son. Gives him that middle finger and is like, here is where I give you the finger, and you give me my phone call. And Agent Smith is like, tell me, Mr. Anderson, what good is a phone call if you are unable to speak? And Neo starts to try to speak, and his mouth morphs shut, and then they lay him on the table and put the shrimp robot monster that dives right into his belly button, which has a tracker on it. Oh yeah. Alive, of age, consenting. This is epic movie time. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, here comes the rooster. What is the age of consent in this movie? 18. That's the age of consent anywhere. 21 viewers. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. So we cut straight from him getting that thing inserted into him, and he wakes up in his bed. So at this point, now he's thinking, oh, it was a dream. Only to be immediately called by Morpheus again. And so he answers the phone, and Morpheus is like, it's unfortunate that, they got to you first, but if they know who you really were, you would probably be dead. And Neo says, what is this? What is happening to me? And Morpheus says the iconic line of, you are the one, Neo. You may have spent the past few years looking for me, but I have spent my entire life looking for you. Now, do you still want to meet? And Morpheus says, go to the Adam Street bridge. So he goes to this bridge and is picked up in a car with Neo and a couple of the other crew members, and they use a machine to extract the tracker. And they take him into a building, and he meets the legendary Morpheus, live and in person. And this is where we start to get more of an explanation of what the Matrix is. Like, that's the whole quest of Neo, to find out what is this mysterious Matrix. And the night is still young. Belly button? Uh-oh. 20 likes. Thank you, guys. This movie sounds too scary. No. Maybe for a young kid, yeah. Because there are definitely some scary stuff in it. Would you take the red or blue pill, Mike? I like living in ignorant bliss like the character of Cypher, so I probably would take the blue pill. Why, oh why didn't I take the blue pill? Howdy, Pixel. Lampy spamming, floating at hundreds again? Haha. Would you drink the engine degreaser with Cypher and watch the Matrix Code? Yeah, nudie vid. Oh, for sure. Alright, on to the 28-inch sheets. With 6 rolls to go. So Morpheus tries to explain that the Matrix is everywhere. It's here. It's here with us in this very room. You feel it when you go to the grocery store, when you pay your taxes. The Matrix is everywhere. It's this feeling that has brought you to me. But he says, unfortunately, no one could be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. So he breaks out a blue or a red pill and says, this is our last chance. You take the blue pill and you can wake up back in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill and I'll show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. So Neo takes the red pill, and they put him in a room and hook up some machines to him, and he sees a cracked mirror next to him, starts to morph, and he's able to stick his finger through it, and he's all tripping out. So basically what they're doing is they're unplugging Neo from the Matrix. So the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world designed to blind people from the truth that in the real world, humans are nothing more than human batteries that powers these machines with AI intelligence that have taken over the world and taken over mankind. And all the people that are plugged into the Matrix being used as batteries have a jacked into their brain and making their brain think they're living in a normal world, a normal life, when in reality, Neo is sitting in a pod throughout the whole this whole time being a battery. So he wakes up in this pod, no hair, bald, all this liquid goo on him, and all these hoses hooked up to him, and this thing in his mouth he has to take out. And then there's this machine that comes up and undrills the thing that's attached to his head, and then the pod opens and flushes him out. Now, the thing that confused me about this movie is I didn't get it at the time. Like, I still didn't... Like, I was like, how did he magically appear in that room, and now he's in this pod, and why doesn't he have hair, and whatever. I guess I'm dumb sometimes, but I was just really confused about that. So, in the real world, Morpheus is a captain of the Nebuchadnezzar. It's a hovercraft. So they go to where they flush Neo out, and he falls into some water, and they have a claw machine that grabs him out and brings him onto the ship. And of course, Neo is out of it, and Morpheus says, "Welcome to the real world." So they have to repair him. He has muscle atrophy because he hasn't used his muscles in the real world, and eventually he comes to. So he gets introduced to everyone, all the crew on the ship, and Morpheus says, "So, Neo, you wanted to know what the Matrix is? Come, sit." So he sits in this chair. So basically, people in the real world, the soldiers that pilot these hovercrafts, can hack into the matrix, as in, because they still have the holes in the back of their heads, so they have jacks that they could jack into themselves and transfer themselves back into the matrix, or computer simulated programs similar to the matrix. All right. Yeah, blue pill is the way to go, for sure. Heck yeah. Hi, Pixel. Howdy, Tina. When you feel the most depths of a girl's pee-pee on your own pee-pee. No black pills? Fangirl Kate says, coffee time. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Dang it. I'm already forgetting. 27. So they plug Neo into one of the chairs and they jack him in, and they first send him into a program called the Construct. So now he's in this simulation where everything's just pure white, but he has normal clothes on and he has his hair again and no holes anywhere in his body. And of course Morpheus is there with him, and Morpheus says, "This is the Construct. It's a computer program that allows us to load training simulations, weapons, anything we need." And it shows Neo again, and Neo is like, "Right now, we're inside a computer program?" And Morpheus is like, "Is it really so hard to believe? The holes in your head and your arms are gone. Your hair is changed. You are now projecting what we call a digital self-image. It is a mental projection of your digital self." And then they also have these two brown leather chairs with a TV. So Neo goes over to the chair and touches it, and he's like, This isn't real?" And Morpheus is like, "What is real? How do you define real? Real is simply electrical inputs interpreted by your brain." So he says, he turns on the TV and he's like, "This is the world that you know." And on the TV it shows a normal world. He's like, "This is a interactive computer generated dream world that we call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today." And he switches and it shows a post-apocalyptic world, which is the real world. And he says, "Welcome to the desert of the real." And this is when he starts to explain further. Man has marveled at its own magnificence and its achievements, including the birth of AI. And Neo's like, "AI? Artificial intelligence? Yes. An intelligence which spawned an entire race of machines. Now, we don't know who struck first, us or them, but we do know it is us that has scorched the sky, because it was believed that their energy source was an abundant source of energy that came from the sun." Funny how something about irony, the Technorus superstar. So this is when he starts to explain that the human body generates however many number of BTUs of body heat. Combined with a form of fusion, the machines have found all of the energy they would ever need. And it shows baby fetuses being grown and harvested and being picked by the machines. And then you see a vast field of these fetuses that are like in these artificial wombs. And Morpheus says, "We are no longer born. We are grown. I wouldn't believe it until I saw the fields with my own eyes, watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously into the living." So the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control and to hide us from the truth, and to turn all human beings into this. And he shows a Duracell battery. And Neo is now like, he doesn't believe it. He's like, I don't believe it. It's impossible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I only said it would be the truth. Stop! Let me out! Let me out! Get this thing out of me! And of course now they unplug him, and he's like, I don't believe it now. I don't believe it. And then he vomits and faints. So at some point, Morpheus says, you are the one. You're the one that's going to bring an end to this war and free us all. And so throughout the movie, Morpheus trains him, as well as the computer programs that train him to psych him up and open Neo's eyes to the fact that he is in fact the one and can do things that none of the other people can do in the Matrix. And he does win the day by the end. Again, mega, hella confusing. You know, it took me 2 or 3 times to watch it for me to, okay, this is fake, this is real world, in and out of the real world, okay, got it. Those twins smoked so much DMT that they tuned out bigly. Hi Visions, how was your day, my big brother? Howdy, anti-fangirl KAKFGK. What's for dinner, Tina? Beef. It's what's for dinner. All right. So love the first Matrix movie. Love the music, love the action, love the revolutionary technique that they call bullet time. And then, of course, once it came out, it was the big thing. So all the other movies were copying it like crazy and parodying it. One of my favorite things to come out of it, and this is kind of an origin story for Hollywood Toys Live the Movies. So I don't know if you guys were even alive at this point, because Matrix 2 came out in 2003. So they had the MTV Music Awards, and they had Justin Timberlake and Sean William Scott do a Matrix Reloaded parody, where they put them into the movie, intercutting, using green screen and various techniques to make it look like those two guys were in the movie. And I remember at that point, way before YouTube, thinking, man, that is so cool. I want to do that and be able to make videos and movies where I could put myself in my favorite movies. So that was one of the germs or seeds of the idea, that now that I have this YouTube outlet, I can finally have a way, a channel, as you will, to do that through. This is too confusing. I told you, Cave. It really is. But maybe with a little bit of that info, maybe you can go into it not completely in the dark, and maybe it'll help you understand it quicker. Wow, Tina, it must be cool having a big brother like Visions. Hey, Vic, what's up? Hey, y'all, chat. Toke says confused people wrote this movie. Yeah, probably. Mike, why do you have a back brace? Oh, because I'm, doing a lot of physical work, getting up and down and cutting these rolls. So I kind of wear that just as a preventative measure so that hopefully my back won't be quite as sore by the time I get done. Pixel said, I need a backdrop for the pest where John Leguizamo is pooping in the woods and deers watch. Can use a Luigi figure and some deer models. Howdy, Stackleton, aka Marshall. All right now. Pixel, you need that 90s Mario Brother figure. Oh yeah. Haha. Pierre's friend Cameron has a series similar where he puts himself in movies as a character. You guys should collab. Okay. All right, Mike, do you film adult content? I've been known to make some naughty content here and there that no one will ever see. Oh crap! Did I do this right? Okay, yeah. Bill, right? Double check. All right. Check, check, check. 19 watchers. Wow. Keep those likes coming, folks. What are we doing? What are we doing? I know I'm kind of getting off track here, but trying to get these papers done. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good day when Mike is streaming. Tina. Oh, thanks, Visions. His name ain't Magic Mike for nothing. Oh yeah. N4 says, I love to hear the story breakdown of The Matrix 2. Huh? Are you trying to kill me? Magic carpet movies. Oh man. So I don't even know where to begin on that one. So Neo in part two is having these nightmares, these premonitions of Trinity going on a mission and dying. But it's not a dream; it's real. So at some point, he meets with the Oracle, another character I forgot about, mentioned from the first movie, where he suspects that she's also a program, and how can she trust her, knowing that she is also a program made by the machines. And he's basically laid out that, I had this dream, I can't let Trinity die, but the Oracle says, but you have to do what you were told because you're the one and you gotta, stop the Matrix, or you gotta bring the system down. But because of his love for Trinity, he loves her so much, he can't come to that decision. And, Trinity comes first, world comes second. So it is a kind of a bit of has a bit of a romantic feel to it on that. And it ends on a cliffhanger. So it's almost like one big movie cut into two parts. But I don't want to spoil anything either for anyone that hasn't, seen. I have 21 views. Thank you. Do your parents call Magic? Do you call my parents Magic, Mommy, and Magic Daddy? Oh yeah. $9 million super chat from my guy, Mr. Lantern. Oh yeah. But soon I'll be making and adding more Matrix props to the store. Right now, I do make replicas of Thomas Anderson, aka Neo's Metacortex employee badge. Um, yeah, I mean the whole Matrix trilogy as a whole, like it's way out there and complex in story and plot. I don't even know where to begin in terms of like what is the plot. There's just so much going on, and so much I didn't even touch on from the first movie, such as the last human city, Zion, which is down underground. It's it's a world building, kind of movie. But I also love the games that came from it, Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix. That was one of the first games I got when I got a GameCube. So well done, and just enjoying the heck out of that game. These are some of the best streams ever. Are you serious? I'm just sitting here cutting paper. Like I said, I'm so glad you guys are so easily entertained, because then I don't know what I would do. Like, I would bore myself to death. You know what I'm saying? Blampy was born in the Matrix. Maybe I was born in the Matrix. So definitely I have entered the Matrix, and at some point I'm going to get the Path of Neo. So at some point we'll be playing that on my gaming streams in the future after we get done with all the Grand Theft Autos and just take it from there. I also have all of the Matrix action figures, so at some point as well, I'm gonna make Matrix Matrix backdrops for the Matrix figures. And to once again touch back on someone that asked if I design the backdrops myself. Well, in a way, sometimes. Another source that I use to get backdrops from is the movies themselves. So I'll get a 4K version of the movie and go through the whole movie frame by frame looking for something that could be used as a backdrop, with preferably no characters like in the foreground, because the whole point of the backdrop is for you to put your figures in the background. So sometimes I'll find some things, sometimes there'll be stuff in the background that I'll still have to remove and, plus it up and fix it and play with the contrast and the color and sharpen it, de-sharpen, and make it look just right. That process could take hours or days, going through all the movies and looking for the perfect screenshot, take a screenshot, put it over into the video editor, and just start going through them. So, yeah. Am I red-pilled? I have no idea. Gothic King Cobra said, I was born in a hospital. What? Get out of here. Whose leg you think you're pulling? I thought Lampy was born in a belly button on top of his old junk pile. Vic says, what backgrounds you cutting out? I'm cutting out blanks. So I order these paper rolls. And so I order these in packs of 10, and these are about 33 feet long. And then I take them out, and I'm just unrolling them and cutting the various size sheets that I need. Then I flatten them out, and then I put them in my bins. So now I have my custom-made stacks of papers ready to roll for whenever any backdrop orders come in that I print out. So yeah, heck of a tedious process, one step after the other. But we are on roll number 7 or 6. I don't know. Yeah, after this one we'll have 5 left. So we're going to be working and making Matrix backdrops soon to add to the store. But again, I make these for myself first, something that I have Matrix figures for. So if nobody buys them, it doesn't really matter. I'm still going to get use out of that time spent one way or another. And unpopular opinion, I loved the Matrix Resurrections. The trailers, the movie, the hype built up to it, something switching in my brain. Because I remember when it was first announced that they were going to bring Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss back for a part 4, I was kind of leery about it. And I'm like, how are they going to explain bringing those guys back? And, I hate the overproduction of these sequels and prequels and mequels and all that stuff. But it's one of those rare instances where it's like, I really love it. I love it more than part 2 and 3. Because, I think part of it, though, I've been watching the Matrix trilogy for years, so it was nice to have something new and something fresh to watch that I haven't seen thousands of times. But just something about that movie, I love it more than I don't. Of course, it has its issues. I have got problems with it, but overall, really well done. And now there's rumors of a Matrix Part 5 with Keanu Reeves. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I can't do that. Chad's an orphan like Yakov and Zach. Poor abandoned BBS. Oh, yeah. Almost time for the lantern, y'all. Oh. Howdy, Liz. Tokes has a type. All right. And Matrix actor Joey Pantalone is going to be coming to MegaCon this year. And y'all think movie theaters are eventually going to be completely phased out? I hope not. But then again, would it really matter since it just seems like every year, every decade, there's less and less movies that come out that I feel it's worth going to the movie theater for, anyways? So it's like everything out there in life. Another thing I like to do and make a habit of is whenever I go places, especially places I know I might never come back to ever again, or places I like to frequent, is I like to take at least photos or video because you never know. It might not be there in a month or a week. Everything's always progressing and changing. So, you know, you might regret not taking photos because now that it's gone, it's too late. You can't take a photo. Certain stores that you like going to, take pictures and video, whether it's for your own personal collection or for YouTube, because at least you have a record of it on your phone, on your hard drive, because you never know when the next store is going to go out of business or be replaced with something else or be knocked down for something else completely. Lantern Stream doesn't start until about midnight your time. Is that true? Because if that's true, I will go until then. Elizabeth says Eastern Standard Time is the only time that matters. Well, that is my time. Oh, I did. Poke says I like to have graffiti in places I know I'm never going to be visiting again. That's another thing that I thought about. Graffiti or having a marker and writing a name down, a channel name, or even having stickers like Adam the Woo had, where he would put stickers on stuff. I definitely want to look into doing stuff like that myself. All right, that's another roll finished. You ready? All right. 5 more rolls to go. Can we make it in time? I don't know. Queersman26. Well, he has about 2 hours of a horrendous playlist to play. Whew. I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a break in a bit. Oh, oh, oh. And then, of course, around the time that after the Matrix 4 came out and interest was being reinvigorated in the Matrix series, they were supposed to make a new Xbox game, but that never came to be. And they had a really cool trailer showing what that was supposed to be like. And I'm disappointed that that never came to be. It'd be like another GTA style open world game. I'd also like a Back to the Future open world game where you can actually explore all of Hill Valley. Not that crap Telltale game for Xbox that I got that after a while of playing it, it was just like, Toke says, have I ever heard Chad's playlist, Mike? Yeah, where he plays all the game show intro music from Family Feud and The Price is Right, and the TBS. Yeah, this is TBS. Did you play the Matrix MMO? I don't know what that is. Yeah, Hustler. Yeah, Hustler. And like I said, between last night and yesterday, I haven't had time yet to work on my YouTube Live idea list to come up with more topics. So, it'll only be a matter of time before, any of the future lives won't have a lot of dead air time. I'll have more topics and all that good stuff. Yep. The PS2 X-Files game was decent, if I remember right. Kinda Resident Evil-ish. Sounds interesting, even though I never got into X-Files. Queersman26 says, KTBS is on your side. Oh yeah, that's the one. Mike, would you let the chat lay you on your side? What do you mean? There was a Matrix massively multiplayer online game. Yeah, that's right, the Matrix Online. That came out soon after the Matrix trilogy came out. That's right. How much sleep do you try to get each night? At least 8 hours. So, and I didn't get to bed till around like 3 a.m. last night. So I woke up at like 12 something, went for a walk, got the day started. And speaking of sleep, okay, this just sparked another thing I want to talk about that maybe there's a chance any of you might know what this is. Something I've been dealing with since I would say at least my late 20s. And it's this weird sleeping thing. So, get ready for this craziness. Pixel says, I played a little Matrix Online and had the gator boats and trench coat. Shiny, y'all. So, since my late 20s, I have this thing where when I'm sleeping, out of a dead sleep, I'll just wake up screaming. Like something that goes off in my head. Just this sudden attack of fear and anxiety, almost like I'm being killed or something, and it just wakes me up screaming at the top of my lungs. Sometimes I'll jump out of bed while screaming, but I haven't done that in a while. Sometimes I'll drop onto the floor and I'm like flailing, or if I'm like next to the wall, when I wake up screaming, I might I wind up hitting or kicking the wall sometimes. So that's why I used to have a glass frame next to the bed, but I was like, as many times as I kick that off the wall, let me just not have a glass frame there. Walter, what's up? Loving the content, Mike. Pixel says Night Terrors. Pixel the Cybergoth. I aim for 6 to 8. So yeah, that's what I keep coming up with whenever I Google it. But it's not Night Terrors. Because when I wake up screaming, I'm completely conscious, aware, and awake, and have full memory of what just happened. And then I try to fall back to sleep. But everything I read about night terrors, it sounds completely different. It sounds almost like sleepwalking, where somebody wakes up, but they aren't conscious, actually. It's almost like sleepwalking, and then have no memory of it whatsoever. And but with me, I'm fully aware, fully conscious, like, what the heck was that? And then I try to go back to sleep. And the other thing that kind of debunks that it's night terrors also is the fact it's not always something that goes off in my head, like a loud like any kind of noise, like a car starting outside, or especially thunder, or a crack in the walls or something that will also get me going and make me wake up screaming. So yeah, and that happens, I would say, 2 or 3 times a month, maybe once a month. It's very sporadic. It's not an every night thing, so thank goodness for that. Maybe it's Freddy Krueger. I've never had the screaming, but I've really had the jolting awake thing during a falling dream or something. Oh, I figured that's normal. I've had those too, but this is completely different. It's so hard to explain, but imagine every possible way you could die, and it's all happening to you at once. Being set on fire, shot to death, having the ground crumble from underneath you, having bombs dropped on you, and boom, 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 but it's all happening at once, or like in like a fraction of a second. That's just like, whatever. And I don't have any kind of PSD, so I don't think it has anything to do with that either. But part of the problem, I think, is I'm very easily startled. So I could walk around a hallway and there could be someone standing there that, of course, I wasn't expecting to be there, and I'll just scream my head off. Or, someone is there, I didn't realize that they were there. So I think that has something to do with that. I think it's your body rejecting heterosexuality. Well, it's going to have to try a lot harder than that. Queersman, I used to get that when I cut back on the booze. Oh. Jen says, do you play Dream Warriors when you wake up? No. Dream Warriors. Mike, have you ever received a Blumpkin? I don't even know what that is. Jen knows the best one. Joey says, does it scare your wife? No. Tokes, do you think Dreamcatcher might help? I don't know what that is. I'm not a Freddy Krueger fan. Do you have a Dreamcatcher? No. Tokes, peep that crown. Walter says, good idea, Jen. Sleep paralysis, I've had that, but that's something that doesn't cause screaming. But luckily, and that's a terrifying thing too. I've only ever had that I could remember maybe 3 times in my whole life so far. And yeah, that's also some real scary, man. It's been at least, I would say, 5+ years since I've last experienced that. That's terrifying. Do I have an Elm Street backdrop for NECA Freddy figures? No, but I might look into making those, but I don't think that'd be that hard. Basically, a forest backdrop. There are probably endless ones of those on Google, so I'll look through and see what I can find, maybe. Jen is a princess now. Blumpkin time. Oh, yeah. In fact, there was a couple of exes that, I would be sleeping with in the middle of the night and waking up during one of my moments and accidentally hitting them or kicking them because I'm just, flailing and doing whatever I'm doing. So, yeah. And I feel so bad because, I can't help that, I wish I could. Oh, oh my God. Got the King Cobra says, I'd be asking these questions to Shia LaBeouf. If I do get a chance to meet him, who knows? It'd be kind of funny if Dreamcatchers could block Freddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do remember the Freddy Krueger TV show, though, back in the day. I used to watch that. It happened in San Francisco. But I do have a memory as a kid of sleepwalking, but just like one time, and that's it. Wee woo, wee woo. But I imagine whatever this thing I have is, it's probably one of those rare cases where I'm only one of 1,000 people across the world that has this weird condition of waking up screaming and not, but who knows? It is what it is. We deal with our challenges the best we can. Right, we're doing pretty good with that. N4 says you're ready for The Matrix Part 3. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? If that's the case, I would definitely recommend getting a copy of Enter the Matrix, either for GameCube, PlayStation 2, or Xbox 360. Because that video game bridges the story and takes place between Part 2 and Part 3. Brains do funny stuff sometimes, I'll say. Vic says, I used to sleepwalk as a kid and wake up standing in my backyard. Very spooky. The one time I remember, I was going for the front door. So luckily, my mom or my grandma, or whoever it was, caught me before I could leave and go who knows where and get abducted or knocked off or whatever. Lampy, make them emojis float, boy. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Any new subscribers coming my way? It would make my day. Well, we got 23 likes. I appreciate that, you guys. Make sure you keep them locked in. You can only like a video one time. But I know many of you would give me 100 likes each if you could. Uh-huh. Let's speed it up, y'all. Let's speed it up. Just go, 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 go. Need to catch up. Need to catch up. Bam. Bam. Chicka lamb ham. Come on. Do your thing, Bling. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm slacking. I'm slacking. Need to catch up. Need to catch up. You know what I mean? There goes another one. We're going to knock this one out. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all just gave me a shot of energy like you wouldn't believe. Oh, yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, get it. Oh, oh. Lampy's fingers have turned into floating emojis. Wee, flying emojis. Did you go to the Ringling School? Nah. I know I'm a clown. You can just say it. Haha. Lantern, you gonna get blisters on your finger. Thanks for all your help, Lantern, and promote the channel as well. Together, we can do good in this world. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. That's right. Uh-huh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 bow, bow. Ba-da-ba-ba, da-da-ba, bow, bow, ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow, ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow. Oh, mother. Please tell me you didn't damage anything. I think we're okay. Making progress, making progress. Let's do this. Oh my lord. Uh-huh. 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 Oh yeah, we made it. How you like that? Okay. All right, get ready to punch in those likes. Fingers up over the like button on the count of 5, 3, 2, 1, including 4. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Hit that button. Woo, yeah. All right. Down to 4 more rolls. That was good. That was good. All right. Lantern, you're going to get blisters on your finger. Oh, yeah. 23 likes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay, I think we'll do a few more 27s and then jump into the 23s. Getting down to the wire. Yeah. Thank you. Thank all of you for being here and keeping it real, keeping it positive, keeping it nice and tight, just like a kite. Ah, ha ha. Bam. All right, I think I'm going to take a break here since we're going to wind this down and get ready to stop for good old Mr. Lantern, where I will continue doing my thing here while checking him out. Oh, boy. Let's not break it now. Oh, So how was that? How was that, y'all? Woo! So not bad. I think I will definitely at least get through the cutting phase for tonight. Uh-huh. Yep. Anybody there? Anybody out there? Or are we all leaving early for Lantern? I promise I will get you there in time. Um so yeah. So that was the cutting stream for today. Thank you everybody out there for tuning in and giving me your undivided attention, as it is appreciated as always. Love you all as always. Thanks for the vibes. Thanks for the encouragement, you know. Toke says we might as well keep going until Lantern starts his stream. Lantern doesn't start till another couple hours. But he said he's starting at 9, I thought. Um, let's see. Toke says keep it rockin'. Not during his stream, though. Nah. Don't end. Just keep streaming until the music part is over. Nah, unless Mr. Lantern says I could keep going during that, but other than that, I'll just Cave gets it. So yeah. Nice to take a little bit of a break though. Yeah. Um, he starts around 9 and then plays 2 hours of music. Fair enough. So unless he himself says he doesn't mind if I keep going while he plays his music, I would be more than happy to stay. But if not, I'll just end it so we could all get ready to head over and like up and light up and subscribe up his chat. Get the party going. I'll be over there with all of y'all. So make sure we all head over there and we're just moving where the party is going to. Queersman says you are the new stream master of the community. No, no, no. I'm just another streamer. And Cave says, yeah, he won't mind. Like I said, if he says that, then I will gladly, oblige. And you guys aren't gonna, like I said, you're not gonna be missing much. It's just gonna be more of the same, cutting paper. Me still trying to figure out things to talk about because I haven't finished my live ideas list yet. So I'm gonna be working on that. Hopefully, we'll have time tonight and get this all finished by then. So yeah. Lantern, where are you at, boy? Probably getting ready for his live over there. So yeah. So thank you so much for the 23 likes. And for all 11 of you out there watching. Lantern is agreeing via emoji filters. Nah, I need the word. I need it in written form. And notarized. Sure is, Tokyo. Oh yeah. So we still got about 20 minutes left to go. What should we talk about in the meantime? Mr. Lantern says, fart. Great answer, Mr. Lantern. Great answer. Lantern said 100% keep streaming. No, he did not. He said fart. So thank you to all of my Hollywood ladies out there and Hollywood boys. I love you all. All right. I'm drawing a blank here, folks. Help me out. Help me. Me. All right. And people are starting to drop out from here anyways. Y'all don't mind if we multi-stream, do we y'all, Mr. Lantern? And Tokyo says, does fart mean yes, Chad? Does it? And is Chad your real name or your alias? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, let's see what's going on out there in the world, shall we? Mr. Lantern says LOL. Don't worry, Lampy, I'll be getting off here soon. Before you start. Uh-huh. Oh, let's see if I got any new orders since I last checked. And it looks like we have something. We have sold another one of my new backdrops that I recently put up. A 27-inch Cybertron backdrop for Transformers. So it's another thing I'll need to print later after I hopefully finish cutting up some more backdrops. And what else? And then I need to print another one of the other ones from earlier that I didn't realize was two of the same. Okay, so we're all caught up there. Oh yeah. Chadwick, Mike needs your word if he can keep streaming. So I take that as a no. It's okay, guys. I appreciate it though. No problems. Like I said, you're not going to be missing much. I could promise you that. In fact, it would just get more stale and more boring and more, whatever it is. But hopefully this will be the last of the nights of a less structured, tailored, live. So that's why I cannot wait to get to my list and start brainstorming away. You know what I mean? For sure. Anything going on over here? No siree. He's still spamming, which is a yes. No, it is not a yes. Joey says the magic never gets boring. Chad, answer the question with your words, boy. It's okay, Chad. You don't have to answer. Like I said, we're going to all go over and tune into your live stream right before 9 Eastern Time on a dime. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Um... Password. Password. What? Password. That's right. Okie dokie. All the way down. Oh, yeah. What do you mean? Oh, duh. Wrong one. Elizabeth says, start your music, Lampy, so panel time can start at 10, y'all. That's right. The sooner the better, y'alls. Summon the demons so we can get to panel time. Mr. Lantern, we need another Stream Master to go live after this one, boy. Oh, yeah. And it looks like Jeff is still waiting on a date for RetroCon that he was trying to get set up for Deezerland. says we're waiting for 2026 availability. Fired up, boy. Aren't flat earthers hilarious? Can someone help me understand why people think we would be floating around if not for gravity? Hmm. Thursdays are meant for streaming, y'all. I would think, shouldn't every day be meant for streaming? What else we got? There's that. Countdown begins. Florida Toy Shows Expos is at Space Coast Convention Center. Barbie and more. Lots of dolls coming to the show this Sunday in Cocoa. Lots to see and buy at all price points. Join us. Doors open at 9 a.m. for the Space Coast Collector Fest. Toys, games, comics, and more. Sunday, February 22nd, 2026, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa, Florida. Be there or be there. Thursdays are flat Earth. Yeah, there's still people in this world that still think the Earth is flat. We was flat. Earth's in sheet. N4 says Mr. Lantern at 8 p.m. Texas time, y'all. All right. Hey, Stackleton, that's right. Be there or be square. Mm-hmm. Well, meet legendary director John Carpenter for MegaCon Orlando. Fanboy Expo. We have been working on this with Gene Simmons for a few months now. The Gene Simmons Legends of Rock Expo is officially live. Gene asked me last summer, what if we did this Comic-Con thing with rock stars? So we are now announcing Gene Simmons Legend of Rock Expo. Join us in Las Vegas. Lots and lots of rock legends will be announced soon. Mr. Lantern, better fire up that stream, boy. Toke says meeting John Carpenter would be really cool. Oh yeah. Famous Pulse. An unusual performance at an art fair is getting massive attention after a young woman spent 4 days working inside a box for 8 hours each day. The project, titled The Standard, was created to highlight the intense pressure and confinement many people feel in modern work culture. Okay. What else we got? Universal Orlando has rolled out a new week-long ticket that includes park-to-park access to all of its parks, including Epic Universe. Are we ever just going to get that just added to the regular annual passes? Well, maybe that's just one step closer. All right. Just perusing away on this lovely, lovely, lovely day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, it's John Travolta's birthday today. He was born February 18th, 1954. This is from Eddie Deason. I got to work with John in my first movie, Grease, 1978. John was the hottest star in Hollywood at the time. He was like Elvis at this time. Oh yeah. Eddie always has nothing but the nicest things to say about John Travolta, as well as Zach Arnold. One of my probably the best John Travolta movie for me is Face Off. How did how did we go to the moon if the Earth is flat? But then again, they don't believe we went to the moon anyways, so that's kind of a redundant question. Is he my favorite Scientologist? No, he's one of my favorite actors. All right, we'll give it about one more minute and then we'll say goodnight and get ready for the Lampy Show. Oh, yeah. Why would Zach talk bad about Eddie then? I didn't know he did. They're friends. 8 were locked and no one realized they were healthy. No one. Oh. Matrix 3 and 4 summaries? Maybe we'll save that for the next time. Tom Cruise is my favorite Scientologist. Oh, yeah. All right. Um, well, okay, folks. Thank you all for joining me for today. Thanks for all the continued love, support, and all the likes. To all of my good friends out there, you're just growing, it seems, by the numbers by the day, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're getting all ready to go join Mr. Lantern, Mr. King Lantern for another epic live stream while I continue working on these, cutting these backdrops. And, thank you all for joining me today. Hope you somewhat enjoyed. Thanks for tapping in. Much appreciated. I gotta go, as sad as it may seem, but thank you all for coming by. So, but before I go, I'd like to share with you this very, very, very important message coming up right now.
Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, and leave me some comments, give it a thumbs up, and share the video. You can also follow me on all of my other social media, as well as visit the Hollywood Toys online store. The links are in the description box below. Now stay tuned for even more amazing Hollywood Toys videos right after this. And to everyone watching out there, this is Magic Mike reminding you to live for your family and friends, live your best life, and live the movies.